Hey guys, just got home from camp and already missing you all.
Same here. Chicago feels so humongous after 2 months in the woods. It's a bit misty though.
No kidding. Farm life already seems so boring now. What am I supposed to do with no campfires or ghost stories?
At least you guys have stable internet. Resort Wi-Fi keeps dropping, and there's literally nobody around to help me fix it.
I'm just glad we made this group chat. Best summer ever deserves the best follow-up.
Totally. Hey, quick question. Does anyone else's town look different to them today?
Define different.
Like, completely empty. I went to get breakfast at the diner and nobody was there. Door was unlocked and everything.
Maybe they're closed?
On a Tuesday morning? I doubt it. And I mean nobody is here. Not just the diner. The whole town.
What do you mean, nobody?
I mean, I haven't seen a single person since the bus dropped me off. My mom's car is gone too, but she didn't leave a note anywhere. And when I walked downtown, it was completely empty.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. Look.
That's creepy. Are there any cars moving?
None. Some are just stopped in the middle of the road, like everyone vanished while driving.
That has to be some kind of holiday we don't know about, or a town event you forgot about.
Trust me, Mountain Pines doesn't have events. And there's something else. There's a mist covering the entire town. I can't even see the block ahead of me.
Jordan, come on. This is all surely one big misunderstanding.
Hold on. Let me check outside too. What the hell? Guys, the street is empty. This is downtown Chicago at 9 a.m. on a Tuesday. There should be thousands of people.
You too?
This isn't possible. Where is everyone?
Okay, now I'm starting to lose it. Let me go check on my parents.
Guys, my hotel is completely empty. The lobby, the pool, everything.
This can't be happening. Hold on! I'm going to look outside, too. Oh, my lord. There's nobody. Not a single person anywhere.
My parents are gone. The tractor is still running in the field. Breakfast is half eaten on the table. The eggs are all rotten.
What the hell is happening?
Has anyone tried calling emergency services?
I tried. Nothing. Not even a recording.
Same here. No response from 911.
And what's with all this mist? I can only see about half a mile in any direction. Then it's just thick white fog.
Same here. It's like a wall around the neighborhood.
The beach is the same way. I can't see past the boardwalk.
I'm on the 20th floor of my building. The mist is like a dome over the city. I can't see the tops of skyscrapers.
What about TV? Any emergency broadcasts?
All channels are static.
Internet still works, though, but no news updates since last night.
Social media is dead. Last posts are from days ago.
Are we the only ones left? In the whole country?
Or the world?
Don't say that. There has to be an explanation. People don't just disappear.
I'm going to try to drive out of the city, see if I can get past the mist.
Bro, I just tried. My car stalled when I got close to it.
This is awful. What happened to everyone? Where are our parents?
Do you think it has something to do with camp? We were all isolated for months, to be fair. Maybe something happened while we were gone.
But we just got back today.
So whatever happened whilst we were gone.
Has anyone checked other houses? To see if there are any other people, I mean.
I checked a few homes on my street. Most doors are unlocked. Same thing. Food on plates. TV still on. But no people.
Hold up. Did anyone notice anything weird back at camp before we left?
Like what?
I don't know. Maybe something that could explain this?
Nothing comes to mind. Just normal camp stuff.
The only unusual thing was that meteor shower, the night before we left.
I remember that. The counselors were being super secretive about it.
Riley said we shouldn't watch it, but we did anyway.
Do you think that has something to do with this?
Who knows? But it's the only thing that stands out.
Guys, we need a plan. If everyone is really gone, we need to figure out what to do.
Food and water should be first. If utilities go out, we'll need supplies.
Good point. We should all stock up. Grocery stores should be full.
At least we won't starve. Farm has plenty of food.
What about protection? Whatever took everyone could still be here.
Oh God, I hadn't thought of that. What if we're next?
Let's not panic. We need to think clearly. Why would we be spared if everyone else is gone?
Maybe we weren't. Maybe this is happening in waves, and we're just the last ones.
That's not helping, Jordan.
I'm going to grab supplies. You should all do the same. Then check back in an hour, and be careful, everyone. Remember, there probably aren't any ambulances about, so do not get hurt.
Yo, Devin, are you doing okay?
No, I'm freaking the heck out, man. Everyone is gone.
I know, dude. I'm scared too.
What do we do, Jordan? What if they never come back?
Don't think like that. We'll figure this out.
How? We're teenagers. We can't fix this, whatever this even is.
We've got each other. That's something.
I'm trying not to cry, but I can't stop.
It's okay to cry.
What if we're alone forever?
We won't be. Someone else has to be out there. We just need to find them.
Promise you won't disappear too?
I promise, bro. We stick together, even across the country.
Okay, I'll get supplies like Aiden said. Then we'll make a real plan.
That's the spirit. We can do this. Mom, where are you? Please answer me. The whole town is empty. I'm really scared. If you get this, please just call me. I miss you.
Update. I've got supplies. Food, water, batteries, first aid. Power is still on, but I'm preparing for the worst case possible. If it can get any worse, that is.
Same here. Plus, I've got the farm generator if power goes out.
I raided 3 houses on my street. Got some useful stuff and a baseball bat, just in case.
Hotel has tons of bottled water, and I found a radio in the manager's office. Only static, though.
I checked the police station. It's empty too, but I found a police bulletin with Anomaly as the headline.
Oh, really? What else does it say?
Not much. Just a warning about an unusual disturbance coming through the stratosphere, dated just 1 week ago.
That doesn't explain where everyone went, though. Guys, do you feel what I'm feeling?
We're literally miles away from each other, dude.
Well, I feel this like rumbling. It's coming from somewhere off in the distance, way past the mist.
I don't feel anything.
Wait, I feel it too, like huge footsteps.
The water glasses in the hotel are vibrating. Something big is moving out there.
Oh crap, I feel it too now. The ground is shaking.
What is that?
Whatever it is, it's behind the mist. We can't see it at any of our locations, but that also probably means there are multiple.
It's stopping. The vibrations are fading.
Same here. It's gone.
What was that? What's happening to us?
I don't know, but we need to be ready for anything.
Maybe we should each find secure places to stay, somewhere with supplies, and fewer windows.
Good idea. I'm going to check the town hall. It has a basement.
I'll find somewhere too. Keep your phones charged, everyone.
And stay in the group chat. We're all we've got now.
We'll figure this out together.
Camp Silver Pine survivors. Until the end.
Day 2 of whatever this is. Everyone check in. Let me know you're still here.
I'm here. Barely slept.
Present and terrified.
Still at the resort. No sign of anyone.
Here, no changes in Atlanta.
Okay, good. At least we still have each other.
Anyone try calling family again?
I tried calling everyone in my contacts. Nothing. It's like their phones are just dead.
Same here. Texts aren't even delivering.
I had an idea about that. There's a communications tower on the mountain. I'm going to climb up and see if I can boost my signal.
Is that safe?
Probably not, but I need to try something.
Be careful.
I will. I'll update when I reach the top.
Hey, just checking you're okay. It's been a few hours since you said you were climbing that tower.
I'm here. Sorry for disappearing. The climb took longer than expected.
Thank God. I was getting worried.
Well, I'm at the top now, and I've got some news.
Good news or bad news?
Weird news. The internet is still working, globally.
What? How do you know?
I'm using the tower's equipment. I can access networks all over. Servers are running, websites are up, but no new content anywhere.
That's so strange.
It gets stranger. Emergency services are down everywhere. News broadcasts have completely stopped. It's like the infrastructure is fine, but the people are just gone.
This is getting more terrifying by the minute. I found something too, out in our wheat fields.
What is it?
Perfect circles, like someone pressed a giant cookie cutter into the crops.
How big are those?
I measured one, exactly 40 feet across, and there are dozens of them, all the same size.
That's not natural.
And Jordan, the ground in the circles feels different, like it's been superheated or something.
We need to tell the others.
I heard them again too. The footsteps, coming from beyond the mist.
Me too. Just before dawn.
What's happening to us?
Nothing good, that's for sure. I'm coming down from the tower now. Let's go. Let the group chat know.
Status update from Chicago. I made it to the Willis Tower. The mist is everywhere. I can see it from above. It's like a blanket over the entire city.
How high does it go?
At least 70 floors up. And it extends as far as I can see in every direction, like some kind of dome.
Is there anything else out there? Any planes? Helicopters?
Nothing. The sky is empty. No air traffic at all.
Guys, I've been exploring the hotel, and something is really freaking me out. Everything is still running. TVs are on in empty rooms. Computers have games still running. Food is barely eaten but rotten. Whatever happened was fast. No one had time to turn anything off.
Same in my neighborhood. Cars with engines still running. Just no drivers.
I found something too. These are all over our farm. Perfect circles, each exactly 40 feet across.
Are those crop circles?
I don't know what else to call them, but they weren't there before I left for camp, and they're perfectly spaced, like something methodical made them.
I made it to the communications tower, and the internet is still working globally. But there's no new content anywhere, no emergency broadcasts, no news updates, nothing.
So whatever happened, it happened everywhere, at once.
I've discovered something else about the mist. It recedes at sunset, just for a few minutes, and I saw something. See those shapes? They're massive, and they were moving.
What the hell are those?
No clue, but they're definitely not boats or planes. They're just hanging there, above the water.
Lily, can you try to get a better photo tonight?
I'll try, but the mist doesn't stay clear for long. Maybe 5 minutes tops.
Guys, I found something too. These are in a construction site near my house.
How big are those?
Massive. Each one is bigger than a car, and they're deep, like something incredibly heavy stood there.
They look like footprints.
That's what I thought too. But what kind of creature leaves footprints that big?
Nothing on Earth.
Are they the same size as your circles, Mackenzie?
No, these look bigger, more like 15 to 20 feet across. The ones in my field are wider and shallower.
So possibly two different things?
This is getting worse by the minute. What are we dealing with here?
Maybe we should all try to make it to one location. Being alone doesn't feel safe anymore.
We're spread across the country. That's thousands of miles.
And we don't know what's out there, beyond the mist.
Aiden's right. We should stay put for now, document everything, and try to figure out what we're dealing with.
Guys, I can feel them again. The footsteps.
Me too. My whole house is shaking.
It's happening here too, stronger than yesterday.
I can see the windows vibrating. Whatever it is, it's getting closer.
I hear it too. It's like thunder, but rhythmic, like walking.
How is this possible? We're hundreds of miles apart, but we're all experiencing it at the same time.
It's stopping. The vibrations are fading.
Same here. It's gone.
What the hell are these things?
And where did they take everyone?
Wait, I just got a notification. Someone just connected to my wireless network.
What? Are you serious?
Dead serious.
Oh my goodness. So we're not alone?
Can you tell who it is?
No, just shows unknown device, but it's active right now.
Jordan, be careful. What if it's not human?
What do you mean, not human?
Those footprints, the circles. What if whatever took everyone is still there? With you?
I've locked all the doors, and I'm in the basement, but I don't hear anything.
Try to communicate with it. Set up a guest network with a portal. Maybe they'll respond.
Good idea. I'll try that, and I'll keep you updated.
This is so messed up. What if Jordan's in danger?
We're all in danger, but at least we know someone else is out there.
Or something else.
Everyone stay alert and keep your phones charged. We need to stay connected.
I'll set up the portal now. Let's see who's out there.
Brother, I'm like seriously freaking out over here.
Chill. I'm just trying to set up this network thing that Aiden suggested.
This is like a nightmare. I keep hoping I'll wake up.
No kidding. But we have to stay strong.
What if it's aliens? Like an actual invasion?
Let's not jump to conclusions. But yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. But regardless, I have to go back to setting up this network. Keep me updated if anything happens on your end.
I will. Be safe, Jordan.
Those shapes I saw over the ocean, they remind me of something.
What?
Remember that book at camp? The one about cosmic entities?
Vaguely. Why?
There were illustrations of towering ancient beings.
You think that's what we're seeing?
I mean, maybe. The similarities are striking and terrifying.
Any chance you remember the name of those entities?
Something cryptic and mysterious. The Wandering Faith, I think? Or something like that.
I'll see if I can find anything online. With the tower connection, I might have better luck.
Be careful, Jordan. Whatever's connecting to your Wi-Fi, it could be dangerous.
Yep, but it might also be our only chance at answers.
True. Let me know what you find.
Will do. I've got the guest network set up with a captive portal. Now we wait to see if whatever it is tries to communicate.
Smart thinking. Let us know the second anything happens.
Will do.
I'm going to check more construction sites, see if there are more footprints.
I'll wait for sunset. Try to get better photos of those shapes.
I'm going to see if I can find a pattern in these circles. There has to be a reason they're here.
I'll keep exploring the city. Maybe I can find more clues.
Perfect. Let's talk again in a few hours.
Subject, Camp Silverpine Anomaly. Recipient verification required.
Who is this?
Identity cannot be verified through standard channels. Please confirm, were you at Camp Silverpine this summer?
Yes. Who is this? How are you on my network?
My name is Agent Sophia Woods, Department of Extraterrestrial Defense Response. We've been monitoring all remaining communication networks.
Remaining? What happened to everyone?
Link established, but now we need to establish a secure communication with the rest of you. Your friends, Aiden Rodriguez, Mackenzie Williams, Lily Woods, and Devin Taylor, are they still in contact with you?
Yes. We're all in a group chat. How do you know about us?
You 5 are anomalies, the only known civilians left after the Wandering Faith invasion began.
The Wandering Faith? Is that what's happening? An invasion?
Yes, it began 6 days ago. While you were at camp, the creatures arrived simultaneously across the globe.
What creatures? We've only seen mist and felt footsteps.
The mist is a byproduct of their presence, a form of atmospheric terraforming. I'm sending you secure satellite imagery.
What the hell is that?
We call these creatures Wandering Faiths. They appeared simultaneously in every major population center, and within hours, they had taken almost everyone.
Taken? What do you mean taken?
Harvested. For what purpose, we don't know. Our research facility is one of the few secure locations remaining.
Why us? Why are we still here?
That's what we're trying to determine. Our working theory involves your time at Camp Silverpine. Something there may have made you immune to their detection.
The meteor shower on our last night. Could that be connected?
Yes, those weren't meteors. They were seeds. Woods. An advance party?
Oh my god.
I need to speak with all of you. Can you establish a group chat?
Yes, but how do I know I can trust you?
You don't, but right now, we need each other. We're fighting for the survival of humanity.
I'll set it up, but I need proof you're really government.
I'm sending coordinates to the nearest emergency supply cache in your area. Password to enter. BLUESHIFT. Inside, you'll find government-issued emergency supplies and a secure satellite phone.
Okay, I'll create the group now. Guys, we have contact with the government.
What? Are you serious?
Who exactly?
Is this about the Wi-Fi connection?
Yes, her name is Agent Sophia Woods, Department of Extraterrestrial Defense Response.
Extraterrestrial? So this is an alien invasion?
She called it the Wandering Faith Invasion. It started 6 days ago while we were at camp, and apparently, we're the only civilians left that they know of.
Oh my goodness. This can't be happening.
What else did she tell you?
She sent me this.
What the hell is that?
It's huge. Same size as a goddamn skyscraper.
That's what took everyone?
She called them Wandering Faiths, and yes, they've been harvesting people all over the world.
Why not us? Why are we still here?
She thinks it's connected to Camp Silverpine, something that made us immune to detection.
The meteor shower. Jordan, I was right.
She confirmed it. Those weren't meteors. They were seeds, an advance party.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Wait, I need to show you guys something. The mist cleared for a moment above the farm. I literally just recorded this. It's been there the whole time.
Sophia wants to talk to all of us. I'm setting up a secure chat.
Can we trust her?
Probably not, but she's our only link to what's happening.
Set it up then. We need answers.
Thank you for joining this secure channel. I understand you must have questions and fears.
This is Agent Sophia Woods. She's with some government agency dealing with this invasion.
I'm connecting from a secure underground facility in Colorado, one of the few remaining government installations still operational.
How do we know you're really the government?
A fair question. I've sent Jordan coordinates to a supply cache near his location. The rest of you will receive similar information shortly. These caches contain emergency supplies and secure communication devices.
Why us? Why are we still here when everyone else is gone?
That's what we're trying to determine. Our current theory involves your exposure to what we call the Harbinger event, the meteor shower you witnessed at Camp Silverpine.
Those weren't meteors, were they?
No, they were the first wave, microscopic spores that prepared Earth's atmosphere for the arrival of the Wandering Faiths by filling it with mist. But something about your exposure appears to have made you immune to their detection.
What exactly are these things? And what do they want?
We're still analyzing their biology and purpose. They appear to be collection entities, using their tendrils to gather humans and suspend them in the atmosphere.
Suspend them? Are people still alive up there?
We believe so. Drone footage shows thousands of humans suspended in formation, many miles above the clouds.
In formation? Like a pattern?
Yes, like a massive symbol, as if they're arranging humans for some purpose.
Is that what's above us? Are those people floating in the air?
Yes, they're being held in stasis by the Wandering Faith's tendrils. For what purpose, we don't know.
How did you find us?
We've been monitoring all remaining networks. Your consistent communications flagged our systems. When we realized you were all from Camp Silverpine, it confirmed our theory about immunity.
So what do we do now?
We need your help, as strange as it sounds. Your immunity may be the key to fighting back.
How could we possibly help against those things?
The Wandering Faiths can't detect you, which means you can move freely, even near them.
You want us to be your field agents? We're teenagers.
You're our only option. Everyone else has been taken, or is in hiding.
Wait a second. I just found something in my camp backpack. This is Riley's journal, our camp counselor. These drawings are dated weeks before the invasion.
Riley knew? How is that possible?
This is significant. Someone at your camp clearly had foreknowledge. This could explain why you 5 were spared.
I remember Riley warning us not to watch the meteor shower. Said it would change us, but we didn't listen.
So what now? What's the plan?
First, you need to gather supplies. Then we need you to help us understand these creatures. We're developing countermeasures, but we need more data.
So we're bait?
No, you're our eyes and ears. The Wandering Faiths can't detect you. That makes you invaluable.
I found more in the journal. Riley wrote about something called the nullification. Said it was the only way to stop them.
Can you share all the pages of that journal?
Sure. I'll send it on a separate link.
Our team will analyze this immediately. In the meantime, I need each of you to go to the supply caches. The coordinates will be sent to your phones. Inside, you'll find what you need to survive. And to help us,
I don't know about this. It seems dangerous.
it is dangerous, but the alternative is far worse.
Which is what exactly?
The complete harvesting of humanity, for whatever purpose these entities have planned.
I'm in. If there's a chance to save everyone, I have to try.
Me too. My family is up there somewhere.
I'll help. Not like I have much choice.
Fine, but I want more answers.
You'll get them. As we learn more, we're all figuring this out together.
What's our first mission?
Observation and documentation. location. When the mist clears, record everything you can about the entities, their behavior, their movements, and most importantly, stay safe. You 5 may be humanity's last hope. Team briefing 0800 hours. Subject, Camp Silver Pine assets. I've established contact with all 5 teenage anomalies. Initial assessment, confused but cooperative.
Have you confirmed their immunity status?
Confirmed. All 5 have approached wandering faith proximity zones without detection, and they've documented multiple sightings.
How reliable are these kids? We can't afford mistakes at this stage.
They're scared but resourceful, and they represent our best opportunity for field intel.
I've analyzed the satellite data from their locations. The atmospheric disturbances are consistent with other harvesting zones, but with one key difference: the mist thins when they're present.
Dr. Webb, what can you tell us about their immunity?
I've analyzed the blood samples from their camp medical records. All 5 show unusual antibody formations. These appear to have developed in response to exposure to the Harbinger event, the meteor shower they witnessed. It's possible this altered their biological signatures, making them effectively invisible to the wandering faiths.
Can we replicate this immunity?
Not without understanding the exact composition of the Harbinger spores, and we'd need live samples, which we don't have.
What about the camp counselor, the one who knew about the invasion?
Riley Johnson. We're searching for any trace, but so far nothing. The journal pages are our only lead.
Speaking of which, I've analyzed the symbols drawn in the journal. They match ancient petroglyphs found in multiple cultures: Sumerian, Mayan, Aboriginal, all depicting similar entities. This suggests previous incursions.
Colonel, what's the current global situation?
Critical. Reports from our remaining outposts confirm worldwide presence. Major population centers in identical condition. Estimated 97% of human population harvested within the first 72 hours. Remaining military forces are scattered and uncoordinated. Conventional weapons have proven ineffective. The entities simply absorb the impacts. No visible damage.
What about nuclear options?
Off the table. The entities are suspending humans miles above the impact zones. We'd kill more humans than entities.
So we need alternatives.
I've been developing experimental drones designed to penetrate the mist and track the creatures. They're equipped with specialized sensors that can map the wandering faith's biological structure, but they need to be deployed from multiple locations, as close to the active entities as possible.
The teens could help with that deployment.
That's putting a lot of responsibility on civilians. Teenage civilians too.
We don't have many options, Colonel, and they're already in position.
I support Sophia's assessment. These 5 are uniquely positioned to help, and they've already demonstrated remarkable resilience.
What about extraction? Should we bring them to the facility?
I've considered it, but the risks outweigh the benefits. They're more valuable to us in the field, and extraction would expose our location.
Agreed. We should keep them where they are for now. Supply them remotely and use them as field observers.
I can prepare drone kits for each of them, simple enough for teenagers to assemble and deploy. We'll need to drop supplies at each location.
I'll coordinate the airdrops and prepare detailed instructions. Dr. Webb, what exactly are we looking for with these drones?
Biological weaknesses, communication methods, and most importantly, the purpose of the human arrangement, the patterns they're creating in the sky. It appears to be a message or offering of some kind.
Offering to what?
Or to whom? That's what we need to find out.
Joining now. Status report?
Director Weiss, we've established contact with 5 immune teenagers and are preparing to deploy observation drones.
I'm authorizing access to classified file WF-1782 and historical record EX-6423. Effective immediately.
Director, those files are level 10 clearance.
Circumstances have changed, Doctor. Patel, we need all available information. No matter how disturbing, this isn't the first incursion, just the most successful.
How long have we known about these things?
Centuries, but the evidence was classified as mythological until it was too late. The current invasion was predicted 3 years ago by a researcher named Eleanor Voss. She was dismissed as a crackpot, but her predictions have proven accurate to the day.
Is she still alive?
Unknown. Last known location was a remote mountain cabin near the Camp Silver Pine location, ironically.
Could she be connected to the camp counselor, the one who knew about the invasion?
It's possible. Find out. And Sophia, these teenagers may be more important than they realize. Keep them safe, but get us that data.
Understood, Director. What should I tell them about the historical records?
The truth, limited but honest. They need to understand what we're facing, but don't overwhelm them.
Yes, Director.
I'll be unavailable for the next 12 hours. Colonel Harlow has tactical command until then.
Understood.
And team, what we do in the next 48 hours may determine if humanity survives, so don't fail.
Preparing asset briefings now. We'll update when drone deployment is ready. Asset briefing now. Please confirm receipt. All locations.
Mountain Pines, confirmed.
Chicago confirmed.
Nebraska confirmed.
Ocean View confirmed.
Atlanta, confirmed.
I have updates and assignment details. But first I need to be transparent about something. This isn't the first time the Wandering Faiths have visited Earth.
What?
When did this happen before?
Records indicate multiple incursions throughout human history, but never at this scale. Previous visits were isolated and brief.
Why weren't we prepared then? If this happened before?
The evidence was classified as mythological until it was too late. But now we have a chance to fight back. With your help.
How exactly are we supposed to help against giant alien monsters?
We're deploying specialized drones to each of your locations. Within the next 12 hours, these drones will gather critical data on the entities. Data we need to develop countermeasures.
And we're supposed to... what? Fly them?
Just deploy them. They'll operate autonomously once active. Your immunity allows you to get closer than anyone else.
These better be simple to use. I'm not exactly a tech genius.
The instructions will be clear, but there's something else you should know. We've identified someone who predicted this invasion. A researcher named Eleanor Voss. Her last known location was near Camp Silverpine.
Could she be connected to Riley, our camp counselor who knew about the invasion?
It's possible. We're investigating that connection. In the meantime, I need you all to remain vigilant and prepare for the drone deployments.
Will these drones help save the people who are taken?
That's our goal. But first we need to understand what we're dealing with and why the entities are arranging humans in those patterns.
I still can't believe this is happening.
Focus on the tasks at hand. It's the best way to help. I'll contact each of you individually with your assignments. Operation Skyfall begins at dawn. Operation Skyfall Phase 1 is now active. All assets should have received initial equipment drops. Confirm receipt and status.
Chicago confirmed. Got the police armory access codes. Heading there now.
Mountain Pines confirmed. Communications equipment received. Starting setup at the tower.
Ocean View confirmed. Drone package arrived by helicopter drop. Unpacking now.
Atlanta confirmed. Monitoring station components received. Beginning assembly.
Nebraska confirmed. Got the surveillance equipment. Setting up in the farmhouse attic.
Excellent. Each of you has a specific mission objective. Coordinate your efforts in this chat. I'll be monitoring and providing support. Proceed with assigned tasks. Status update on armory access.
The codes worked. This place is completely stocked and completely abandoned.
Focus on the communications equipment. Section C, third cabinet from the left.
Found it. Tactical radios, satellite uplink, signal boosters, pretty advanced stuff.
Take everything listed in the manifest. You'll need to establish a relay station at your highest accessible point.
Willis Tower it is. I'll head there next.
Go slowly. Even with your immunity, the Wandering Faiths may still respond to movement.
Great. So I'm basically walking around as a giant eat me sign.
The equipment is specially shielded, but minimize unnecessary rapid movements.
Understood. Heading out now.
Agent Woods. The equipment is more complex than I expected.
The instruction manual should be clear. Pages 3 to 8 detail the setup procedure.
Got it. I think I understand the satellite linkage now. But what exactly am I looking for?
Once operational, the system will detect the biosignatures of the Wandering Faiths through the mist and map their movements.
Like a radar?
More sophisticated. It tracks their unique energy emissions.
Okay, I've got it running. The screens are lighting up. There's so many of them.
How many are you detecting?
Dozens, all converging on the major cities. I'm sending you images now.
This confirms our worst fears. They're systematically harvesting remaining population pockets.
They're enormous. How is anything this big even possible?
They're aliens, remember? Our biology doesn't apply to them.
The drone is assembled, but I've never flown anything like this before.
It's largely automated. You just need to initiate the launch sequence and monitor the feed.
Okay, launching now. It's working. The mist is clearing around it. How is it doing that?
The drone emits a specific frequency that temporarily disrupts the mist, allowing for short-range visibility.
I see one. Oh my lord, it's right there.
Can you record it?
The drone is recording everything. It's sending the feed to my tablet. It's moving toward the resort. Should I run?
No. Remember, it can't detect you, but stay inside just to be safe. Keep the drone on it.
Hold up. It's doing something. The tendrils are extending. There's someone down there. Someone they missed.
Can you see clearly?
Yes. The drone is recording everything. The tendrils are wrapping around a person, but they're not struggling. They look unconscious.
This contradicts our assumption about forceful harvesting.
They're being so gentle, like they're handling something precious. The person is being lifted up, higher and higher, and now more tendrils are appearing. They're wrapping around the person, like a cocoon.
Are they alive?
I think so. The cocoon is pulsing slightly, like it's preserving them, not harming them.
Interesting. Keep recording for now.
Agent Woods, I've got all feeds connected. I'm receiving data from everyone.
Good work. Your task is to analyze and compile. Look for patterns.
Already on it. I'm seeing something strange in the atmospheric readings. The humans aren't just being suspended randomly.
Explain.
They're being arranged in specific formations, almost like a message or a symbol.
Can you determine what the pattern represents?
I'm trying. It's massive, spans hundreds of miles, and it's not complete yet. They're still adding to it.
This supports the offering theory.
Offering to what? Or who?
That's what we need to find out.
There's something else. The patterns are aligned with specific astronomical coordinates, all pointing to the same region of space, like they're creating a beacon, offering to something out there.
This is valuable data. Continue monitoring. Perhaps these are just the scouts.
Relay station established at Willis Tower. I can see for miles up here. The mist covers everything, but I can make out shapes moving through it.
I'm tracking them on the system. There are 5 heading toward Chicago right now, and they're moving faster than before.
That's not comforting.
I'm receiving all feeds, compiling data now. I think I know what they're doing with the humans.
What?
They're creating a massive symbol in the sky, like a giant offering.
An offering to what? Something out in space?
That's what the data suggests. All the formations point to the same coordinates, like they're signaling something.
So what are we dealing with? Some kind of cosmic cult?
Maybe that's why they're called wandering faiths.
I just witnessed one harvesting a person. The drone recorded everything. They're not hurting people. They're preserving them.
For whatever's coming.
All of you have done exceptional work. The data you've gathered is invaluable. We're analyzing it now. Prepare for Phase 2 tomorrow. Additional equipment will be delivered to each location.
What's Phase 2?
Active countermeasures. Based on what we've learned today,
I have a question. If these things are building an offering, what happens when they're done?
that's what worries us most. According to the historical records, the offering precedes the true arrival.
Arrival of what?
Something bigger. Something these creatures worship.
That's terrifying. When will the next equipment drop arrive?
600 hours tomorrow. Same locations as today. For now, continue monitoring. This is the most resistance humanity has put up since their arrival. We can do this. Operation Skyfall Phase 2 is now active. All assets should have received specialized equipment drops. Confirm receipt and prepare for field deployment.
Mountain Pines, confirmed. Got the chemical compounds and dispersal equipment.
Chicago, confirmed. Received tactical deployment kit and compound sprayers.
Nebraska, confirmed. Got the chemical concentrates and adapters for farm equipment.
Ocean View, confirmed. Advanced drone package and sensor array received.
Atlanta. Confirmed. Analysis equipment and sonic detection gear received.
Excellent. Today marks a shift from observation to active countermeasures. Dr. Webb has developed compounds that may repel the wandering faiths. Each of you will test these in your respective locations. Follow your individual mission parameters precisely.
The delivery drone was impressive, completely automated.
Military prototype, designed for covert operations in hostile territory.
These chemical compounds, what exactly are they?
Synthesized repellents based on our analysis of the entity's biological structure. Dr. Webb believes they might disrupt the creature's sensory systems.
And I'm just supposed to spray them at a giant alien?
Deploy from a safe distance. Using the dispersal equipment provided, your immunity should protect you, but don't take unnecessary risks.
What if it makes them angry?
That's why we're testing in 5 separate locations simultaneously. If there's a negative reaction at any site, we abort all tests immediately.
Understood. I'll set up near where I last detected creature activity and wait for your signal.
Excellent. Deployment countdown begins at 1300 hours.
Colonel Harlow, the equipment is ready. Positioned at 3 different locations in downtown Chicago, as instructed.
Good work, son. Remember your training, wide dispersal pattern, windward orientation.
I still don't understand how these chemicals work.
They target the cellular structure we identified in the drone footage, should disrupt their sensory organs, or whatever passes for sensory organs in these things.
And all I have to do is activate them remotely?
Affirmative, but be prepared to observe and document. Any reaction is valuable data.
Got it. Standing by for deployment.
I've modified the pesticide sprayers on our tractor. Added the compounds to the tanks.
Impressive adaptation. That will give you much wider coverage than expected.
Farm kid ingenuity. Is it safe to douse our fields with this stuff?
The compounds are biodegradable, no lasting environmental impact, and they should create a perimeter that the entities avoid.
So I'm basically making a force field around our farm?
In layman's terms, yes. If successful, we might be able to create safe zones, areas where the creatures won't enter.
Which might help with rescue operations later.
Precisely.
I'm ready when you are.
I've been reviewing yesterday's drone footage, and I noticed something strange.
What is it?
There's a pattern in the movements. Right before they harvest someone, they seem to vibrate.
Vibrate how exactly?
Like they're humming, but I can't hear anything on the audio, so it must be subsonic.
Can you isolate this vibration pattern?
Already working on it. The new sensor array should help. It's picking up something now. Definite subsonic frequency patterns. And they match something else. The patterns in those ancient petroglyphs Dr. Patel showed us.
They're communicating.
Yes, but with who? Each other? Or something else?
Focus on capturing these vibrations. After the chemical test, we'll deploy the sonic radar to get a clearer picture.
Standing by.
I had an idea about visualizing the vibrations Lily discovered.
Go on.
I went to my high school science lab and used the equipment there to create a cymatics experiment. These are the patterns formed by playing the subsonic frequencies through sand.
Fascinating.
But here's the crazy part. These patterns, they're identical to the formations in the sky, the ones the humans are being arranged in.
This confirms our suspicion. The vibrations and the human arrangements. They're both forms of communication.
But what are they saying, and to whom?
That's what we need to find out. Proceed with the chemical test. Then set up the sonic radar as instructed.
Will do.
Deployment countdown initiated. Chemical compounds will activate in T-5 minutes. Synchronize your recording equipment. We need simultaneous observations from all locations.
Ready in Mountain Pines. 2 entities within range.
Ready in Chicago. 3 entities detected downtown.
Ready in Nebraska. 1 entity at the edge of our property.
Ready in Ocean View. 1 entity visible from the drone.
Ready in Atlanta. 2 entities in the subdivision.
T-minus 60 seconds. Stand by. Borinar. Dusra. First. Deploying now.
Chemicals released. The mist is changing color, turning slightly yellow where the compounds hit.
Same here, and the entities are responding. They're moving away from it.
Confirmed in Nebraska. The creature is definitely avoiding the chemical cloud.
Same reaction at Ocean View. It's altering its path, moving away from the treatment area.
Atlanta confirming. Both entities are retreating from the compounds. It's working!
Excellent results. Maintain observation. Document range and duration of effect.
Update from Nebraska. I've created a perimeter around the farm. The entity is completely avoiding it. It's actually detouring around our property.
This is better than expected. We now have confirmed deterrence capability.
But there's a problem. The effect is temporary. The chemicals are dissipating after about 30 minutes.
Chicago confirms. Effect duration approximately 27 minutes. Then they return.
Still a significant tactical advantage. Now proceed to Phase 2B. Sonic radar deployment. All assets must activate simultaneously.
Ready with the sonic equipment. What exactly are we looking for?
The vibrations Lily discovered. We need to capture them from 5 different locations to triangulate their purpose and destination.
I've already detected patterns. They seem to peak at regular intervals, every 42 minutes.
All assets. Synchronize deployment to the next peak. Estimated in 17 minutes.
Equipment ready.
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 Activation in. Bornard. Dusra. First. Deploy now.
Sonic radar active. Receiving signals. Very strong frequency patterns.
Same here. The data is flooding in.
Nebraska confirming. Strong vibration patterns detected.
Ocean View radar capturing clear signals. The patterns are incredible.
Atlanta radar online. Matching patterns detected.
Analysis of the sonic radar data is complete, and the results are disturbing.
Explain.
The wandering faiths aren't communicating with each other. They're broadcasting outward into deep space.
To what?
Something else. Something coming toward Earth as we speak. The vibrations form a beacon, a calling signal. And based on the increasing intensity, whatever they're calling to just entered the solar system.
I've analyzed the directional data. The signal is aimed at a specific point in space, near the Canes Venatici constellation. And there's something there. Something utterly colossal is moving toward us.
How big are we talking?
Our instruments can't even properly measure it, but it's eclipsing stars as it moves.
Time frame?
At current velocity, approximately 72 hours until it reaches Earth.
The chemical deterrents work, but they're a temporary solution. We need something more permanent, especially if something bigger is coming.
Options?
I've dispatched teams to recover the journal pages. The camp counselor clearly knew something. And I'm still trying to locate this Eleanor Voss person. If she predicted the first invasion, she might know about what's coming next.
Keep searching and prepare Prepare the assets for Phase 3.
Are you sure they're ready? They're just kids.
They've proven remarkably capable, and we're running out of options. Send the Phase 3 instructions, and may God help us all. All assets be advised. Your sonic radar data has been analyzed. The wandering faiths are sending a signal into deep space.
I knew it. They're calling something.
Correct. Something is approaching Earth. Something much larger than the wandering faiths. Estimated arrival in 72 hours.
What do we do? The chemicals only work temporarily.
We're developing a more permanent solution, but we need more information. Prepare for Phase 3 deployment. Equipment will arrive at 0600 tomorrow.
What exactly is Phase 3?
Direct communication with whatever is coming.
Interference patterns detected, establishing connection. The Watchers have returned.
Hello, who is this?
The 5 corners must be established before the architects arrive. You were chosen for a reason.
Agent Woods? Is this some kind of test?
Not government. I am a crypto. Eleanor Voss. Mountain Cabin, North Ridge. I've been watching the patterns. They're preparing the offering.
Eleanor Voss? The researcher who predicted the invasion?
Yes. My warnings were ignored. Now we have little time.
How are you contacting me?
Your enhanced communications array. It's broadcasting on frequencies I monitor. I've been waiting for someone to pick up the signal.
What do you know about all this? The wandering faiths? The disappearances?
They're merely servants, preparing the way for their masters.
Their masters?
The architects of flesh. Ancient cosmic entities. They feed on consciousness, harvested and arranged in specific patterns.
The humans in the sky?
A summoning ritual, a beacon, an offering.
Why are you called a crypto?
I studied anthrocosmology, the intersection of human ritual and cosmic entities, after what I witnessed in 1976, when they first attempted to break through.
This happened before?
Smaller scale, isolated incident. But I saw them, the architects. It drove me to understand, to prepare.
Can they be stopped?
Yes, through opposition, 5 ritual sites, in precise geometric alignment, to counter their summoning.
I need to tell the others about this.
Bring them to this channel. Time is short. The architects approach.
I've made contact with Eleanor Voss, the researcher Director Weiss mentioned.
What? How?
She picked up our communication signal. She calls herself a crypto, and she knows about the wandering faiths.
Is she trustworthy?
I don't know, but she has information we need. She says the wandering faiths are just servants, preparing for entities called the architects of flesh.
That sounds comforting.
What does she know about stopping them?
She says we need to build 5 ritual sites in our respective locations to counter their summoning.
Ritual sites? Like magic?
More like opposing frequencies. I think she wants to speak with all of us.
Proceed with caution, but we need all the help we can get at this point. Connect us.
The 5 corners connect. As it was foretold.
Eleanor, these are my friends, and Agent Sophia Woods.
The government knows, yet failed to act. Now only the 5 remain.
Ms. Voss, we need your knowledge. What exactly are these architects of flesh?
Ancient entities, from spaces between stars, they feed on consciousness. Arranged in specific geometric patterns, humans are being positioned as a summoning circuit.
Like a ritual?
Precisely. A cosmic invitation. The sky pattern opens the way.
And the wandering faiths are setting this up?
They serve the architects, as they have for millennia, throughout human history. What you call myths were previous incursions.
How do you know all this?
I witnessed them in 1976. Small test incursion. Nevada, 7 people vanished, suspended in the sky. I saw what came for them.
That matches our historical records. The Groom Lake incident, classified level 10.
I've studied the patterns since then. Across cultures, across time.
So how do we stop them?
Opposition ritual, 5 points. 5 humans immune to their influence. 5 sites constructed in precise alignment.
What kind of sites?
Geometric structures, made from specific materials, positioned according to astronomical alignments, to counter their summoning, and call defenders instead.
Defenders?
Other entities, ancient rivals of the architects. They prevent incursions when properly summoned.
This sounds far-fetched.
Yet you face elephant-like giants, harvesting humanity. What is far-fetched now?
Fair point. What do we need to do?
Each must build a site at these exact coordinates. The pattern forms a perfect pentagram when viewed from above.
Where did you get these coordinates?
Ancient texts, astronomical alignments, the same knowledge the architects use, but inverted, a countermeasure.
What do we build these sites out of?
Materials list follows. First stone circle, 16 feet diameter. 2. 5 copper rods, 6 feet tall. 3rd. Silver wire connecting the rods. 4th center altar of iron. 5. Water basin on altar. 6. Fire at each copper rod.
I'm supposed to build this in downtown Chicago.
Precisely. The urban location is key, as is the farm, mountain, coast, and suburb. 5 environments, 5 elements, 5 humans.
And then what happens?
When all 5 sites activate simultaneously, they summon the Seraphim and Ophanim, ancient rivals of the architects. They will battle in our skies to prevent the harvest.
This is a lot to process.
You have 48 hours before the architects arrive. I will send detailed construction plans to each of you. Begin gathering materials immediately.
How do we know this will work?
You don't, but your weapons cannot harm them. Your chemicals only temporarily repel their servants. This is humanity's only hope.
Wait, I found something in my grandfather's things. He was in World War II. These look like the sites you're describing.
Yes, the Germans attempted to summon the architects. The Allies constructed opposition sites. 7 were built. 5 activated successfully. The incursion was prevented.
So this has worked before?
Yes, but never against an incursion of this scale.
And what about everyone who's been taken? My parents? Everyone in our towns?
If we succeed, the wandering faiths will be banished. Their hold on the harvested will break. Most will return.
Most?
Those already processed cannot be restored.
Processed how?
The architects require consciousness, but not individual identity. Some are being homogenized for consumption.
That's horrifying.
How much time do we have?
The alignment must occur when the moon reaches zenith tomorrow night, 47 hours and 23 minutes from now.
That's not much time.
For a ritual that will determine whether humanity survives, it will have to be enough.
I'll start gathering materials.
Same here.
I'll use what we have on the farm.
I can find what I need at the resort.
I'll check hardware stores.
Ms. Voss, Eleanor, a crypto, thank you.
Don't thank me yet. The hardest part comes after the sites are built. The ritual itself requires perfect synchronization and absolute focus.
We can do this. We have to.
Begin now. I will send detailed instructions. The fate of humanity rests with 5 teenagers, just as it was foretold.
I found more in my grandfather's journal about the World War II incident.
What does it say?
He was part of a special unit called the Cosmic Containment Division, formed specifically to counter Nazi occult experiments.
I've heard rumors about such a division, but never saw concrete evidence.
It's all here. They built these exact same ritual sites after Nazi experiments accidentally summoned a wandering faith in Poland. 1944.
This corroborates a crypto story.
There's more. The ritual didn't just banish the entity, it summoned something else. Something his journal calls wheels of light that fought the wandering faith.
The Seraphim and Ophanim she mentioned.
Yes, biblical angels, but described as cosmic entities with their own agenda.
And they helped humanity?
According to his journal, yes, they destroyed the wandering faith and rescued the harvested humans. But my grandfather wrote something else, something troubling.
What?
They helped us not out of compassion, but out of territorial instinct. These cosmic rivals fight for dominance. We are merely caught between their wars.
So we're trading one alien invasion for another?
Possibly. But the Seraphim apparently left after defeating the wandering faith. They didn't stay or harvest humans.
Better the devil we don't know then.
There's one more thing, a warning. The ritual must be performed perfectly. A failed summoning is worse than none at all.
I'll pass this information to the team. Thank you, Devin. This could be crucial. New development. I've been in contact with Eleanor Voss, the researcher who predicted the invasion.
You found her?
She found us, and she has a plan, but it's unorthodox.
Defini unorthodox.
Ritualistic sites, to summon entities that will fight the wandering faiths.
You can't be serious.
Devin Taylor has found evidence. His grandfather was part of a military unit that successfully used this method in World War II.
The Cosmic Containment Division.
You know about them?
Rumors only. Most records were destroyed after the war.
Well, Devin has his grandfather's journal with photographic evidence.
The geometric alignment is fascinating. It creates a precise oppositional frequency to the patterns the wandering faiths are creating.
You're actually considering this? Summoning more unknown entities? We could be making things worse.
What are our alternatives, Doctor? The chemical deterrents are temporary. Conventional weapons are useless. And we have less than 48 hours.
I'm authorizing the ritual plan. Full resources to the 5 assets, whatever they need to build these sites.
Director, with all due respect.
The decision is made, Doctor. I've reviewed the historical evidence. It's our best chance, perhaps our only chance.
I'll coordinate with the assets. And Eleanor Voss. We begin immediately. Ritual site construction is now priority alpha. All assets confirm your current status.
Mountain Pines checking in. I've located the peak coordinates, but it's a difficult climb.
Chicago checking in, working on accessing the underground chamber. City blueprints show it's beneath Michigan Avenue.
Nebraska checking in. I've made a discovery about those circular depressions. They form a pattern that matches a crypto's diagrams.
Ocean View checking in. I've identified the tidal pool location, but it's only accessible during specific tide conditions.
Atlanta checking in, converting the high school observatory now. Dr. Patel's equipment arrived an hour ago.
Excellent progress, but be advised, Wandering Faith activity is increasing worldwide. They appear to be responding to our preparations. Colonel Harlow is deploying protective measures, but proceed with extreme caution.
How much time do we have?
Less than originally estimated. Dr. Webb has detected a massive object passing Mars. Estimated arrival 12 hours.
That's not enough time!
It will have to be. Work as quickly as you can. Additional supplies are being airdropped to each location. Good luck.
I'm at the base of the peak now. It's steeper than it looked.
The exact coordinates are crucial. A crypto insists there can be no deviation.
I've got climbing gear from the sporting goods store, and I found something interesting. These carvings, they match the formations in the sky. How is that possible?
According to a crypto, this isn't the first visitation. Ancient peoples documented previous encounters.
So they've been here before, and these ritual sites stopped them?
That's our working theory.
Starting my climb now. We'll update when I reach the coordinates.
Be careful. And Jordan? Colonel Harlow has deployed protective drones in your area. They're dispersing the chemical compounds to keep the wandering faiths at bay.
I can see them.
Keep climbing. The chemicals should provide temporary protection.
I'm moving as fast as I can.
Found the tunnel entrance. But it's partially collapsed.
Can you find an alternate route?
Working on it. The old city plans show a maintenance shaft about 2 blocks east.
Get there quickly. We've detected multiple entities converging on downtown Chicago.
Why are they suddenly so interested in me?
They can sense what we're doing. The ritual preparations are disrupting their harvesting patterns.
Great, so now I'm a target.
The chemical perimeter should hold, but I wouldn't test its limits.
Found the maintenance shaft. Heading down now. I think this is it. There are markings all over the walls.
Confirm coordinates.
Exactly as specified.
Begin setting up the ritual components. Supply drop will arrive at the surface access point in 30 minutes.
I'll start clearing the space, but I need help with the copper rods. They're too heavy to transport alone.
Negative on sending additional personnel. Too risky, but the supply drop includes a collapsible cart.
It'll have to do. I can feel vibrations down here, like footsteps above. Really big footsteps.
They're getting more aggressive. Work quickly.
I've been measuring the circular depressions in our fields. They form a perfect pentagram.
Exactly as a crypto described. The wandering faiths may have been preparing these sites unknowingly.
So they've been building our ritual sites for us? That's ironic.
Ancient cosmic conflicts often work through oppositions and inversions, according to a crypto.
So I just need to add the copper rods and other components?
Yes, but positioned precisely at the vertices of the pattern, not the centers of the circles.
Got it. I've already started setting up. Using farm equipment to move the heavier components. But there's something out there, in the mist, watching me.
The chemical perimeter should hold, but work quickly.
I will. But why are these things so interested in stopping us?
According to a crypto, the ritual will not only stop the architects, but banish the wandering faiths as well.
So they're fighting for their lives too. Great. More motivation for them to stop us.
I'm at the tidal pools. The ocean is acting strange. The waves are perfectly synchronized, like a heartbeat.
That matches our data. The entities are affecting Earth's natural rhythms, tides, weather patterns, even electromagnetic fields.
The ritual site needs to be precisely positioned so that it aligns with the moon at the exact time.
Yes, the alignment creates a gravitational resonance that amplifies the ritual effect.
I've started arranging the shells and stones, according to the pattern a crypto sent. But I need the copper rods and silver wire.
Supply drop is 20 minutes out. Look for a Coast Guard vessel.
I can see something in the mist, out over the water. It's massive.
Multiple entities detected offshore. Maintain your position. The chemical deterrents should keep them at bay.
The mist is getting thicker, and the tide is rising faster than it should, like something is pulling the water.
I've converted the observatory. Dr. Patel's equipment fits perfectly.
Excellent work. The alignment calibration is crucial.
I've set it according to the coordinates, but I still need the copper rods and center altar.
They're en route. ETA 45 minutes.
I don't think we have that long. Look at this. They're surrounding the entire suburb.
They know what we're doing.
The chemical perimeter is holding for now, but they're testing it, reaching in with their tendrils, then pulling back when they hit the chemicals.
Colonel Harlow is sending additional drones to reinforce the perimeter.
I need those supplies as soon as possible. I'm not sure how much longer the chemicals will keep them back.
Object detection update. The mass has passed Mars' orbit and is accelerating. New estimated arrival, 8 hours.
That's not enough time. The ritual requires precise lunar alignment.
I've recalculated based on the new timeline. The ritual can still work, but we'll need to accelerate preparations.
Status of the protective drone fleet.
Compromised. The Wandering Faiths are becoming more aggressive. They've destroyed 27 drones in the last hour.
Deploy the reserve fleet and increase chemical concentration. We need to buy more time.
Status of supply drops?
Chicago and Mountain Pines completed. Nebraska in progress. Ocean View and Atlanta delayed due to entity interference. Rerouting to alternate drop points.
The teenagers need those supplies. The ritual won't work without all 5 sites active.
Then we adapt. What's the minimum required for the ritual to function?
According to Crypto's specifications, all 5 sites must have the copper rods and center altar. The remaining components enhance effectiveness, but aren't strictly necessary.
Focus on delivering those essential components. Whatever it takes, everything else is secondary.
Understood, Director. Redirecting resources now. Urgent update for all assets. The architect's arrival has accelerated. New ETA, 8 hours. Supply priorities have been adjusted. Focus on installing copper rods and center altars. Other components are secondary.
I've reached the peak, setting up the stone circle now. The ancient carvings here are giving me chills. They show exactly what's happening now.
Underground chamber is prepared. Just need the final components. The vibrations are getting stronger, like they're right above me.
Farm site is taking shape. 3 of 5 copper rods installed, but the perimeter chemicals are wearing off. I can see them testing the edges.
Tidal pool arrangement complete. Waiting on copper rods. The ocean is behaving strangely. Massive waves forming and then freezing in place.
Observatory conversion at 70%. Still waiting on final components. They've completely surrounded the school.
All assets be advised. Colonel Harlow is deploying the reserve drone fleet to reinforce your chemical perimeters. Remaining supplies will arrive within the hour. The ritual must be ready for activation in 7 hours.
What happens if we're not ready in time?
That's not an option. Humanity doesn't get a second chance. Work as quickly as you can, and stay safe.
The architects approach. Their hunger grows. The pattern above nears completion.
We're racing against time, Eleanor. The teenagers are building the sites, but we need more time.
Time is a construct they transcend, but they are bound by cosmic geometries. The ritual sites create opposition, a barrier they cannot cross.
The sites aren't complete yet, and the architects will be here in 8 hours.
Then we adapt. The ritual can be modified to create a temporary barrier until the full alignment occurs.
How?
The copper rods alone, if activated simultaneously, can create a holding pattern, not permanent, but enough to delay their arrival.
How do we activate them?
Blood of the immune, applied to each rod, while reciting the incantation I will provide.
Blood? You didn't mention this before.
It wasn't necessary before, but time grows short. The teenagers carry immunity in their blood. A few drops on each rod will create resonance.
I need to consult with my team, and the teenagers.
Consult quickly. The architect's hunger grows, as does their awareness of our opposition. Their servants become more desperate. The barrier between worlds thins. When they arrive, there will be no second chance.
The Wandering Faiths are getting more aggressive. The chemical barrier is failing.
Same here. They're climbing the mountain now. I can hear them.
I can see them in the fields, moving closer.
The ground above me is shaking, like they're trying to dig down.
They're emerging from the ocean, more than I've ever seen before.
All assets. Crypto has provided an alternate method to create a temporary barrier using just the copper rods.
Tell us what to do.
It requires a few drops of your blood, applied to each rod, while reciting a specific incantation.
Our blood? Why?
Your immunity carries over. It creates a resonance the entities cannot cross.
At this point, I'll try anything. These things are getting way too close.
If it buys us time to complete the ritual, I'm in.
Me too.
Okay. I suppose this is a no-brainer. Let's just do it.
Crypto is sending the incantation now. The activation must occur simultaneously, at exactly 1700 hours. That's 47 minutes from now. Confirm all copper rods will be in place by then.
Confirmed. All 5 installed.
3 installed. 2 more within reach. We'll be ready.
4 installed. Final one almost in position.
Coast Guard arriving with rods now. We'll be cutting it close.
Delivery vehicle approaching school. Should have all 5 installed in 30 minutes.
All assets must be ready at exactly 1700 hours. Not a minute later. The temporary barrier is our last chance to buy enough time for the full ritual.
We won't let you down. We can't, not with everyone counting on us. All 5 copper rods installed. Ready for activation.
Chicago site complete. Standing by.
Nebraska ready.
Ocean View ready. Just finished the final rod.
Atlanta ready. All systems go.
Synchronize watches. Activation in exactly 3 minutes. Recite the incantation precisely as written. Apply blood to each rod simultaneously.
Copy that.
Ready.
Standing by.
Ready.
Let's do this.
Activation in. Buranat. Dusra. First. Now.
Incantation complete. Blood applied. Something's happening.
The rods are glowing.
Same here. They're pulsing with light.
The mist. It's clearing.
I can see the sky for the first time in days.
Oh my lord. Look up.
What the hell? Is that a shield pattern?
Those aren't random formations. It's a barrier. The humans are forming a protective dome.
And it's breaking apart. Because of us. What have we done?
The wandering faiths. They're frantically trying to repair the pattern. Not attacking! Protecting!
All assets stand down. Disengage the ritual immediately. This is a critical error.
What's happening? The pattern is collapsing.
Something's coming through, where the pattern is breaking.
Oh crap. The wandering faiths weren't trying to harm us. They're trying to protect Earth, and we're destroying their defense system.
A crypto lied to us.
Emergency alert. I've completed analysis of the Wandering Faith communications. They're protection patterns, not summoning. The vibrational frequencies of the human spirit are creating a defensive shield.
Are you absolutely certain?
Beyond any doubt, the Wandering Faiths are protecting humanity against something far worse.
Jesus Christ, we've been manipulated.
The ritual is disrupting the only defense Earth has. We need to abort immediately.
I've ordered the assets to disengage, but the ritual has already activated.
All personnel, this is Director Weiss. Emergency Protocol Alpha 7 now in effect. I'm taking direct control of all communications. The truth must be revealed. We've known about the Wandering Faith's protective role for decades, but certain elements within our government, including myself, believed we could handle the architects ourselves. We were wrong, catastrophically wrong.
You knew, and you let us activate the ritual anyway?
Eleanor Voss infiltrated our systems, altered our historical records. By the time we discovered the deception, it was too late.
The atmospheric breach is expanding. Something massive is coming through.
How do we stop it? Conventional weapons?
Useless. Our only hope is to reverse the ritual and allow the Wandering Faiths to rebuild their defense.
How long do we have?
At current breach rate, less than 1 hour before it starts obliterating everything.
I'll alert the assets, but we need detailed reversal instructions.
Sending now. May God help us all.
The veil parts. The architect's approach. Their blessing will transform this world.
You lied to us, you filthy rat. The Wandering Faiths are protectors, not invaders.
Perspective is everything, Agent Woods. One civilization's destroyer is another's salvation.
They're protecting humanity.
They're hoarding humanity, keeping us from ascension. The architects don't destroy. They transcend. They will lift consciousness beyond flesh.
You're insane.
I have seen beyond the veil. In 1976, I glimpsed their majesty. Not as Eleanor Voss, a mere frightened observer, but as their faithful servant, the cosmic enlightenment comes, thanks to 5 gullible teenagers.
We're reversing the ritual.
Too late. The breach has begun. The architects descend. Behold your new gods.
Emergency protocol. We've been deceived. The Wandering Faiths are protecting humanity.
I knew it. I can see them repairing the pattern, trying to close the breach.
So the ritual, we're helping the wrong side?
Exactly. The humans arranged in the sky. They form a defensive barrier against the true threat, the architects.
Oh lord, what have we done?
How do we fix this? How do we reverse the ritual?
Director Weiss is sending instructions now, but we have less than an hour before total atmospheric breach.
The sky is darkening. Something enormous is coming through. Where the pattern broke?
All assets. Ritual reversal procedure as follows. 1. Remove blood from copper rods. 2. Invert rods 180 degrees. 3. Apply blood of a different person to each rod. 4th. Recite reversal incantation. 5. Simultaneously activate all 5 sites.
How do we get blood of a different person? Everyone is gone.
The Wandering Faiths. They're returning people to the ground. As the pattern breaks, look for them near your locations.
I see them! People appearing on the streets, still unconscious but alive.
I see them too. The Wandering Faiths are gently placing them down.
Confirmed at Ocean View. They're returning people.
Same in Atlanta. They're trying to save as many as possible.
With all due respect, Director, you knew the truth and let us activate the ritual anyway?
I didn't know until it was too late. Eleanor Voss, or whoever she really is, infiltrated our systems years ago, planted false historical records. The truth was classified so deeply that only I had access, and my files were corrupted.
But the 1976 incident
Was a previous attempt by the architects. The Wandering Face intercepted them, saved those 7 people, and established the first protective pattern.
Why didn't you tell the teenagers?
I didn't know they were being manipulated until Dr. Webb completed his vibrational analysis. By then, the ritual was already activating.
And now?
Now we pray they can reverse it in time, before the architects fully manifest.
And if they can't?
Then humanity joins the countless civilizations the architects have already consumed across countless galaxies for countless millennia.
I found someone, an older man, just returned by a wandering faith. He's unconscious but alive. I can use his blood for the reversal.
Same here. Found a woman near the ritual site.
I've got one of our neighbors.
Hotel guest found on the beach.
School janitor just appeared. This is crazy.
Proceed with the reversal immediately. Follow the steps exactly. We have less than 40 minutes remaining.
The sky, it's turning completely black. Something is coming through the breach. Something titanic.
Focus on the ritual. It's our only chance.
Wait! The Wandering Faiths are trying to communicate with us. Look at their movements. They're showing us something.
They're demonstrating how to reverse the ritual. Their movements match the instructions, but with more detail.
Follow their guidance. They've been protecting humanity all along. They know how to seal the breach.
I've removed my blood, inverted the rods. Applying the new blood now.
Same here. Almost ready.
Ready at Mountain Pines.
Ocean view ready.
Atlanta ready.
Synchronize for reversal. In 60 seconds, the Wandering Faiths will attempt to repair the pattern. As you activate the reversal,
Something's happening to the people they returned. They're waking up, but their eyes, they're glowing.
Same here. The returned people are standing, moving in unison, like they're part of the defense now.
They're connecting to the Wandering Faiths. Voluntarily. They understand what's happening.
final countdown for reversal. Pointe, dusra. First, activate now.
Reversal activated. The rods are pulsing with blue light now.
Confirmed. Blue energy spreading upward.
It's working. The energy is shooting into the sky.
The breach. It's starting to close.
The Wandering Faiths are rebuilding the pattern, using the energy from our ritual sites.
But it's not closing fast enough.
What is that thing up there?
The architects, or part of them. Their true form exists across multiple dimensions. What we're seeing is just their projection into our reality.
It's so big. How can anything be that big?
The Wandering Faiths are attacking it. Launch huge energy blasts into the sky.
It's a battle, a cosmic war right above our heads, and we almost helped the wrong side.
The breach is closing, but something has already come through. Director Weiss is implementing the final contingency. Stand by.
Breach at 63% closure, but we have a partial intrusion. Estimated 17% of an architect has manifested.
That's enough to cause catastrophic damage if it fully materializes.
The Wandering Faiths are converging, using the human formations to channel energy against the intrusion.
Activate Operation Skyfall, the actual operation, not the monitoring mission.
Director?
The name wasn't coincidental, Agent Woods. It was always the final contingency, in case of partial manifestation.
Skyfall protocols activated. Nuclear launch authorized, targeting the intrusion point.
Nuclear? The teenagers are still out there.
Low-yield tactical devices only. Combined with the Wandering Faith's energy, it may be enough to force the manifestation back, without catastrophic human casualties.
The teenagers should be protected. Their ritual sites create localized fields. They're safer there than anywhere else.
I need to warn them.
Do it. T-minus 10 minutes to collision. May God forgive us for what we've done and what we're about to do.
All assets be advised. Remain at your ritual sites. Do not attempt to leave.
What's happening? The breach is closing, but something is still coming through.
The government has launched a nuclear strike against the manifestation.
What?
We're going to die.
Negative. Your ritual sites create protective fields. They're the safest places to be right now. The strikes are tactical low yield, combined with the Wandering Faith's energy, to force the manifestation back through the breach.
Everything we thought we knew was wrong.
The Wandering Faiths were protecting us all along, and we nearly destroyed everything.
And now nukes are our last resort, just like always?
The breach is closing, but not fast enough. We need the combined energy to push back what's already come through.
I can see military aircraft heading toward the breach.
The Wandering Faiths are gathering, forming some kind of formation around the intrusion.
The people they returned, they're all standing with arms raised.
Something's happening. The Wandering Faiths are all vibrating in unison, creating some kind of energy field.
Everything is shaking. The sky is... Oh my lord. The sky is exploding. It's like nothing I've ever seen.
The wandering faiths are channeling energy through the humans. The people they returned are all glowing blue, sending beams of light into the sky.
Same here. It's like they've created some kind of weapon, using human consciousness as ammunition.
The pattern in the sky is changing again. The suspended humans are forming an even more complex formation. It's beautiful and terrifying at the same time.
The architects, they're retreating. The combined energy is pushing them back.
Confirmation from headquarters. The breach is closing worldwide. The nuclear strikes combined with the wandering faith's energy is forcing the architects to withdraw.
So we're winning?
Cautious optimism. But yes, the tide appears to be turning.
I can see the wandering faiths. They're working together, moving in perfect synchronization.
The ocean is calming. The unnatural waves are subsiding.
The black mass in the sky, it's retracting, like it's being pulled back through the breach.
Nuclear strike impact confirmed. Multiple direct hits on the manifestation.
Energy readings are off the charts. The wandering faiths are amplifying the effect, using the human consciousness network.
The breach is closing at an accelerated rate, 95% sealed and counting. The manifestation is being forced back.
Status of the 5 assets?
All safe within their ritual sites. The protective fields held.
Global status?
Similar successes reported worldwide. Other immunity-bearing individuals have implemented the teenagers' solution, creating additional reversal sites.
It's working. The architects are retreating. The wandering faiths have created a defensive grid, unlike anything we've ever seen.
Thank God, and thank those teenagers. They may have made the initial mistake, but they've more than redeemed themselves.
What happens now?
Now we implement the final phase, memory suppression and normalization. The world can never know how close we came to absolute extinction.
And the teenagers?
Standard protocol. Once they're reunited with their families, their memories will be neurologically suppressed for their own protection. But Operation Skyfall will monitor them indefinitely. Their immunity may be needed again someday.
Situation update. The breach is 98% sealed. The architects are in full retreat. The wandering faiths are victorious.
The sky is clearing. The blackness is gone. Dawn is breaking.
They did it. They actually fought off those things.
Look, the wandering faiths are releasing everyone. All the suspended humans are being returned to the ground.
It's the same here. They're placing people so carefully. On beaches, in parks, on rooftops.
It's like they're putting everyone back exactly where they found them. I can see families being placed together.
The wandering faiths are completing their protective mission, now that the threat has passed. They're returning humanity to Earth.
Will people remember what happened?
No, the wandering faiths implement a form of neurological suppression to prevent mass panic. People will wake up with no memory of being harvested.
So everyone just goes back to normal after all this?
As normal as possible. There will be global reports of a mass psychological event. A cover story about hallucinogenic compounds in the atmosphere, causing temporary mass unconsciousness.
And what about us? Do we get to remember?
I'm afraid not. Once you're reunited with your families, you'll experience the same memory suppression.
But we saved the world, and no one will know, not even us.
It's for your protection. Knowing what you've seen, what you've experienced, it would change you forever, and not necessarily for the better.
Will we remember each other at least?
You'll remember camp, your friendship, but the events of the past week will feel like a distant dream, fading more each day.
That doesn't seem fair, after everything we've been through.
I understand, but the human mind isn't designed to process cosmic horrors of this magnitude. Many who've witnessed similar events never recover.
When will it happen?
Within the next 24 hours. As people wake up, the world will return to normal, and your memories will begin to fade.
So this is goodbye, not just to this nightmare, but to what we shared together.
You'll still have each other. Your bond will remain, even if the memories don't.
What about the wandering faiths? Where will they go?
Back to their vigilance. They've protected Earth for millennia. They'll continue to do so, but more discreetly now.
I can see them already. They're retreating, fading back into the mist, which is thinning by the minute.
The sun is rising. It's beautiful.
You should all return to your homes. Your families will be waking up soon, with no memory of where they've been. They'll need you there, acting normal.
Before we go, I just want to say, I'm grateful to have gone through this with all of you, even if we won't remember it.
Same here. You guys kept me sane through all this.
We saved the world together. Not bad for a bunch of camp friends.
I'll never forget you all, even if, well, I literally will.
Camp Silver Pine survivors, until the end.
Operation Skyfall will continue to monitor you. Your immunity makes you valuable assets, though you won't be conscious of it. And should the need ever arise again, we'll know where to find you.
Will we ever see you again, Agent Woods?
No, but I'll be watching over you. All of you. Thank you for your service. Humanity owes you a debt it will never know about.
Look, people are starting to wake up.
Same in Chicago. Everyone looks confused, but okay.
My parents just came inside. They think they fell asleep in the fields. They have no idea.
The resort is coming back to life, like nothing ever happened.
So this is it, our last moments of knowing the truth.
Make them count.
Let's promise to meet up at Camp Silver Pine next next summer, all of us. Even if we don't remember why it's important.
I promise.
I'll be there.
Wouldn't miss it.
Camp Silver Pine reunion. It's a date.
Even if we forget everything else, we'll still have each other. That's what matters.
Goodbye, anomalies. It's been an honor. Shutting down secure channel in 60 seconds.
Goodbye, everyone. See you next summer.
Stay safe, friends.
I'll miss remembering this, but I won't miss you, because we'll still be friends.
This isn't an ending, just a new beginning.
Camp Silver Pine survivors. Always.
Always.
The teenagers have returned to their homes. Their families are waking up. No signs of memory retention.
And the wandering faiths?
Retreating. Returning to their vigil. The mist is almost entirely dissipated.
Atmospheric readings returning to normal. No trace of the breach remains.
Nuclear fallout contained. The Wandering Faith's energy field appears to have neutralized radiation, no detectable environmental impact.
It's as if nothing ever happened, except for the 5 teenagers, who will forever carry the immunity, even if they don't remember why.
Initiate long-term monitoring, codename CAMPWATCH, full surveillance, minimal intrusion, and prepare the Camp Silver Pine facility. For next summer, we'll need a place to study them without their knowledge.
Is that necessary, Director? Haven't they earned their peace?
Peace is a luxury, Agent Woods, one we can't afford. The architects will return someday, and when they do, we'll need those 5 teenagers, whether they remember or not.
And the real Eleanor Voss?
Still missing. Whoever impersonated her vanished when the breach closed, but they'll be back too. The war isn't over, it's just gone quiet again.
And so we wait.
And we watch for the next time the skies go dark and the mist returns. Operation Skyfall remains active until further notice.
Jordan, where are you? Just woke up in the kitchen. Must have dozed off while cooking. Such a strange dream.
Hi, Mom. I'm on my way home. Just went for a walk.
You shouldn't wander off without telling me, especially with this strange weather we've been having.
Sorry, I didn't want to wake you.
Well, come home soon. Breakfast is ready. And tell me all about camp. I've missed you so much.
I've missed you too. More than you know. I'll be home in 10 minutes.
Love you, sweetheart.
Love you too, Mom. More than anything. Just heard from my mom. She remembers nothing, just like Agent Woods said.
Same here. My whole family thinks they fell asleep watching TV.
My parents are back to normal, talking about farm work like nothing happened.
The resort is fully operational again. Everyone's just continuing their vacations.
My neighborhood, too. Complete return to normalcy. It's surreal.
I can already feel my memories getting fuzzy, like trying to remember a dream.
Me too. The details are starting to slip away.
I don't want to forget, but maybe it's better this way.
At least we'll still have each other.
And we'll always have Camp Silver Pine, next summer, no matter what.
No matter what. Even if we forget why it's important, we'll remember each other. Camp Silver Pine survivors forever, until we meet again.